Everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 12, Week 8. We are here for another Bear Cave stream. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me make sure you can hear me, make sure that you can see the screen, and we'll get started in a second. If you don't know what the SFA is, it's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You do not need the game. You can coach, you can recruit, you can set your depth charts, you can set your schemes, and all of the above. We also have things like BearCave, server games, and a fully functional sports book that you can partake in as well, which is very fun. If that interests you, links are in any of our descriptions. As well, if you are watching live, we are affiliated, so you might run into an ad or two. Any and all revenue made through the Twitch stream does get invested back into you guys. If you win a national championship, I will send you a trophy. But yeah, so just waiting for somebody to let me know if they can hear me. B-Dog, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear and you can see, we can get started. Sounds good. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's get the overlay off the screen, and we have a kind of a very rare Mountain West game day coming for you guys later on. Hawaii and UNLV. Yeah, and this is the first time we've had first TD lines on the sportsbook, so should be a fun one. Also, we do have Patreon if you're interested in bonus content, bonus rewards. There's no pay to win or anything, but still a fun time. So yeah, all the plugs out of the way. Perfect. Thank you, Blake the expert. I always like to know who's who. So, boss is Blake. Boss Blake. Boss Blake. All right. All right. So, if you don't know how a Bear Cave stream goes, these are the 10 best games besides game day of the week, and we go through one at a time. We live sim to the fourth quarter. If the game is close, then we'll watch the ending live. If not, we'll just sim on through. These are where all of the betting and stuff takes place. So we are starting out in the SEC, which doesn't too often make the left side of the graphic, but we got a couple real shitters here today. Kenzie, if you're here, let me know, receive or kick. Also, I made an oopsie before we get on into it. I have to switch the time. As always, Bear Cave games are always 7 minutes, just the way it sims to get accurate stats. Game days are 9 minutes. Alright, so we're going to get on into this. I do not see Kenzie here. That is alright. And I believe Florida is 6-point favorites on the road. That's a little bit disrespectful. But this is an Auburn team that fumbled it, I believe, 4 times against Hawaii. So nothing too promising coming from this team this year. But Kenzie has a full coaching staff, I believe. No, just a defensive coordinator. But this should be a fun one. We saw Florida on watch party against Tennessee. They took the loss in that. They still look pretty good, though. And look at this division. A big change from last year. Georgia got a win today. They surprisingly lead the conference, or lead the division. Alabama, we'll see a little bit later on against Arkansas. But Tennessee falling off a cliff. Their coaching staff in hot water. Doesn't look good for them. Here we go, another Bear Cave. I've never seen Auburn's entrance in this game, so they have the eagle. That's kind of cool. All right, we are here. Jordan-Hare Stadium. Coach Kenzie. Well, technically, Georgia is the highest overall team in the country, but they've historically kind of choked in the regular season. Alright, so really no chance there for Kenzie to choose anything. So let's get on to this quick simming. I believe the over-under was 54. Florida getting 2 quick tutties. Auburn surprisingly battling back, though. Alright, here we go. And not much happening in the second quarter. Florida, once again, extending it to a 2-score lead. Can somebody score for half? Alright, so we're at 28 at the break. The over-under for this game, for you guys who are bettors, was 54.5. The algo believes this will be an over game, so we will see if that hits. But the next quarter, got to get some scoring here fast. Auburn adds a field goal. Florida now extending the lead. It is an 11-point game, and they extend it. So we're up to 52 here. So one more score does hit the over. As we simulate it a little bit more quickly here. And Auburn gets a touchdown, extends it to a, or shortens it to a 10-point game. I'm breaking up a little bit. It should be good. Reload your stream. Alright, so we're going to go play at a time because this is threatening to be a one-score game. And, alright, stopping them for a field goal. And the 42-yarder's no good by Toto Sucky. Alright, so if Auburn can score here, this is quickly a one-score game, and they are moving the rock fast. Can they score? They do. Alright, Auburn. So Auburn quickly making this a game. Yeah, just make sure to just reload your stream. Alright, so a field goal game. They do only have one timeout left, though, so it comes down to the onside kick. Auburn has to get it here. The over hits. The algo is correct. We're 1 for 1. Can they extend this game? And no, Florida looks like they are going to barely survive. Brant Dawson, top receiving threat on this team. And we do have to watch the entirety of the remaining of the game so the game doesn't mess up the kneel downs. But it doesn't look like they're even going to kneel it down. All right, so Florida is still attacking them. Still a chance for Auburn technically. They got to force a fumble. Didn't happen there. Second and 5. Are they going to bring out... Yes, no, they're running another play. All right, so another chance here for Auburn. Another handoff. He finds room. A first down wins the game easily. I mean, just kneeling it down does. And Darryl Roberts falls forward for 5. What an animation look. Flame, I'm so sorry about your game, man. That was a rough one to watch last night. All right, so Auburn battled back here, just ran out of time, unfortunately, ran out of timeouts, and Florida survives. They battle back to 3 and 4 after a terrible start to the season. Auburn drops a 1 and 6. Bowl game is still on the table for Kenzie. This is an impressive showing. A tough loss, but impressive nonetheless. Florida is one of the few teams in the SFA to be to 2 national championships. But they just couldn't get that onside kick, unfortunately. So the over-under algo is 1 for 1 on the day. We thought it was going to be an over. So the algorithm predicted this game would be 59, and we got 67. So there you go. No, we want Arkansas State to get the auto bid. We need to see Chet Doge in the playoff. All right, let's take a look at the scoring summary, see how this one broke out. A touchdown there, a returned fumble for Florida. So once again, fumbling is a problem here for Auburn. They did battle back, just not enough. Tonya Williams, great day, 96 overall, obviously. Just doesn't seem like they're that creative in the pass game. On defense, though, 12 tackles there, nothing crazy. Look at all these deflections that are just drop picks, and they made the only field goal. All right, Florida, how did they do? Ben Reed, we've seen him before. Pretty good day for him. On the ground, they really stuffed him. So Auburn really had a good chance to win this game. Ryan Stewart and Darryl Roberts, the running back, actually had 2 touchdowns out of the backfield. On defense, really no extracurriculars on either side. So kind of surprising there. All right, game 1 in the books. Welcome in, Nathan. I don't know, Flame. It's only 2 weeks. But, I mean, for 500K, you pay him 250K a game only to fire him. It's kind of whack. You pretty much just got to ride out the season. There's nothing he could really do to get fired, honestly, in season. All right. So first game is in the books. Next up, we're staying down south here. Back to the Sun Belt. Yeah, Blake, why did you pick Hill to start over the other guy who was higher overall and kind of the same archetype? I was wondering about that choice. All right, Troy and Southern Miss. Can B-Dog finally get the team off his back? Flame or B-Dog, let me know, kick or receive. D Dowis, B-Dog. Line here is 40.5. The TC Algo said this game was too close to call on the over-under, so we did not recommend betting on this game. Troy, though, I do believe will have, I think Troy will have Hephaestus Ames back, the #1 recruit from last season. So we'll see if that is a big impact or not. All right, no choice here for B-Dog. All right, can Southern Miss finally do something? All right, they start out with a touchdown. That's the way you do it. Boom, a great first quarter here for Southern Miss, shutting out Troy. Boom, they take a 2-score lead. Come on, Southern Miss, knock them down. 17-0. Here we go. Southern Miss taking it to them. I think they've lost 2 straight years to these schmucks. Are they going to blow a 17-point lead? Ooh, a quick touchdown there. That was a big hitter for Troy. They missed the extra point, but it's still a 1-score game. Say what right now, Dogwater? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, 4th quarter. And, oh, man, 4th down. They can't get the conversion. B-Dog surviving as we're going now. Peyton Hillis getting a carry. They punted the ball. Still an 8-point game. This is still a 1-score contest. Definitely the under is hitting today. Holy smokes. A sack. We're getting dangerously close. We normally jump in at the 2-minute mark, so pretty soon. Man, these teams are just going back and forth with the 3 and outs. All right, so we're going to jump on in now. Can Troy pull off the 17-point comeback? They're 1 for 13 on 3rd down. Come on, Troy. Oh, man, on the run, off the back foot, knocks that off a helmet. Mike Robinson looks horrible. Are they going to punt this ball? Sir, I don't know why you're talking about Gamara. He's not on BearCave. I don't know who you're talking about. But this might be the worst offense I've ever seen. How are you allowing... Oh, we get a fumble. How are you allowing arguably the worst cornerback group in the country to clamp your quarterback? Yeah, Troy definitely is in trouble. But a couple first downs away here for Southern Miss. Can they do it? 1st and 10, man in motion. D. Dowis. Oh my God, he runs right into the defensive end. D. Dowis not really having that great of a rush day. Great rush season. I wish Wisconsin would have won. They lost their star running back, so, you know, every team is going to drop a game at some point. We rarely ever have teams with 1 or less losses. D. Dowis gets on his horse. Oh, my. D. Dowis down the sideline. Touchdown, Southern Miss. 69 yards to the house. Blink and you just might miss it. That's the D Dowis that's been advertised for 4 seasons now. By golly. This game is fake news. This will be coming up a little bit later on tonight. That's our Sickos game. All right, so now it's back up to 2 scores. So as we do, we just got to sim to the next possession. If they can get it back in, great. If they don't, oh well. So they sputter out, and Southern Miss finally gets the monkey off their back. Welcome in, Wooly. Your game will be in a little bit, but B-Dog feels like he's on top of the football world. He beats his arch nemesis, the Troy Trojans. How does it feel, B-Dog, that it took you 3 years to overcome a condom? Beautiful. So now, does that put Southern Miss at the top of the division? That's the question. What a big W here for Southern Miss. That is huge. That's a fun time. As Southern Miss also covers. So, for the Sickos parlay, we didn't think they'd actually cover, but they did anyway. So, nicely done, nicely done. We might have left a little meat on the betting bone as Peyton Hillis gets a touchdown. Oh, my. Did a pig fly today? We got D. Dowis a 60-plus yard run and a Peyton Hillis touchdown. Who is this team? All right, D had a decent day, obviously, on the ground. Ended up having a great day after one play. Through the air, did fine. Bobby Joe Toot and Alfie Hayford. My God, 9 pancakes for the SFA player. Quay Camaro finally doing something. 2 sacks. Larry Toro, a tackle for loss. DeAndre Moose. Oh, baby. SFA players carrying you to victory. That's what you love to see. If you're a new coach, that's what you want. Just get, the goal is 3 SFA players a season, and you'll be in good hands. As okay, so it looks like once again Ames did not start. So he didn't even get a carry. So he must have been questionable and sat out another game. That's why they're probably so horrible today. All right, Troy. The Troy Trojan fall off is insane. Speaking of fall-offs, we have had one team in the SFA who is currently on a 17-game home losing streak. Imagine that. The last basically 2.5 seasons, UCLA has not won at the Rose Bowl. Yui, it is time. You're going to beat Oregon right here, right now. Come on now. The Sickos the TC Algo has 1,000 on the over. It is time, Yui. Come on. If Yui, if you're here, kick or receive. It is time to take down the Ducks. Let's do it! No commentary curse. 6.5-point favorites for Oregon on the road. That's disrespectful. Sure, they beat Arizona. Sure, they beat Arizona State. But come on. California schools are better than the Arizona ones. It is not, Mike. It is not even close. There's a screen for it. The next biggest losing streak, I believe, is 11. So, like a whole season worth. But we've got rain here in the Rose Bowl. There's nobody in the fans. Those are box cutouts that Yui has devised. The imp has put in there to make it look like there's actually people interested in this team. But AJ, if they're going to win the game, you've got to just run AJ Sampson down your throat right in the rain all day long. We just can't let Trace throw the ball today. Jet out to an early lead and just stuff it and run it. All right, here we go. Did not win the toss. Christian Komet, the SFA player on the other side. All right, and here we go. And a quick touchdown for Oregon. A quick touchdown for Oregon. Come on, UCLA. You got this. You got this. Just keep it close. Just keep it close. There you go. 3 points. Oh, dear Lord. Come on, UCLA. Please. 21-6. You got to start scoring touchdowns. There you go. There's a touchdown right before half. Tavarius Trace couldn't get the 2-point conversion. So 40 points there in 1 half. Well on our way to hitting the over. We need 21 more. Next up. Come on. No, we can't get a stop. Oh, dear. There you go, Yui. Another one, but another 2-point conversion. Come on. There's still a chance here. Still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Come on, Yui. Dang it! Still not within 1 score. I think kind of far away from 1 score. And an interception! Tavarius Trace, you're killing me. As they have just gone cold, and this bet looks like it's going to lose here. Oh, dear. So Oregon steals it. That is a, what, 17-point win. And the streak goes to 18. A quick touchdown. These pass TDs. Yui, you might need to do something about your pass defense. These are some big-time throws. AJ Sampson finally got on the board. I did not do this. Trace almost had 400 yards. Sampson only had 80. Dude, if the commentator curse is real, then Ohio will kill Buffalo. That's what we're hoping for. Just an all-around rough day here for UCLA, as I believe the under hits, unfortunately. So boo on that one. But Scott Smith here, 4 TDs and 1. Nugent got a touchdown. Everyone got involved there. And then on the defensive side, lots of sacks. Christian Komet, the SFA player, got a sack. And yeah, that's the game. I apologize. I'm never going to talk about anybody's team ever again, including my own. All right, UCLA. All right, well, next game up, though, is we've got Baylor and TCU. Coach Mango, if you're here, heads or tails, or sorry, just kick or receive, you're at home. Baylor, though, on the brink of elimination from 6 straight years in the CFP. Craziest streak going on in the SFA. Yes, crazier than the 18-game losing streak. All right. Mango, if you're here. JT Redwine, the SFA quarterback, making his stream start debut. Speedy Gonzalez, the leading receiver in the country for TCU as well. And then Colt Brennan, he is back for Baylor, but while he was gone, they lost twice. So he has to practically be perfect the rest of the way. This is not your grandpa's Baylor. This team is a lot worse than years past, a lot worse than the team that was even in the Natty last year. We haven't even talked about Shad Boyko at all this year, projected number 2 overall pick. Braylon Burnside. So let's see what they can do. Can the Horned Frogs take them down? I'm sure that Mango would be just fine with his season as it is right now if he can take down Baylor. That's pretty much all you can hope for in this division. They're the crown jewel. And so far, no score at all. So, very, very interesting start here. 0-0 to start it out. And, all right, Baylor then gets one in, and now they respond with a field goal. Can TCU take the lead? No, they cannot. Wow. So, all right, halftime, only 7-3. So, a very interesting game here. Low scoring. Running it down each other's throat, I guess. And another field goal. TCU, though, staying in it. This is a 1-point game. 7-6, and boom, but there's Baylor. That's what they do. Oh, boy. B. Silva. Does that mean Braylon Burnside is out? All right, so we're getting close to that point here. It's still a one-score game, so we are going to see if TCU can get back in this, if they can even get the ball back. It is still a one-score game. Baylor has the ball. TCU got it back somehow. Bonowitz punts it to Berg. All right, 4th and 6, so TCU looks like they're going to get the rock back. One more play here. All right, here we go. Can TCU battle back? They need a touchdown. Speedy Gonzalez, the leading receiver in the country, number 84 at the bottom of your screen. JT Redwine, the SFA player, as well as the running back, Joshua Hinton, is an SFA player as well. So some big skill positions here taken over for TCU. Not sure why they're running out the clock here, but might just be a young quarterback not knowing the situation. JT Redwine, the in-game recruit, gets it to Hinton, who does not get out of bounds. So clock is still running. And they're going to hurry the ball up. There you go. JT, not the worst day in the world. Under 50% though. No touchdowns. Get back to the line. You got to watch out for Speedy Gonzalez, and that's where he's going. Or no, Brian Hill. So manageable 3rd and 4 now. Oh, a draw play on 3rd and 4. That's not going to go well for Baylor. Joshua Hilton. It's Hilton. All right, so watch out for, this 4th and 1, one of the best defensive lines in the country. Risky decision here. Don't do the counter. All right, they are going to throw it. Shad Boyko at top of your screen. They get the first down and a lot more. All right, so Jermaine Washington right on Rocky Kalmus right there. So the player to watch in that backfield, there's 2 top 10 picks on this defense. You've got Shad Boyko at the end spot at the top of that line, and then Jamal Okiki the 7th. So we're floating that out. Oh, my, that was risky business as Clarence Carter almost intercepted that one and ended the game. Still a long ways to go here for TCU to battle back one of the best defenses in the country. They have Jamal Okiki in the slot right now. Oh, Shad Boyko, a beautiful swim move. They get it to Speedy Gonzalez, though. He gets about 8. Speedy is just the poor man's Chet Doge, as we're 3rd and 2 now. Once again, game almost on the line. Floats that out wide, gets it back to Speedy, who's created crazy separation all day long. That's his 6th catch. Fresh set of downs, 46 seconds, 25 yards away. This game slowly going towards TCU. All the time in the world, this offensive line is doing wonders right now. A beautiful block, still going. Brian Hill for 14. Surprise, there's not much pressure right here, allowing the young quarterback, who doesn't seem like he has a lot of throw power, back up to 50% completion percentage. Everyone's going to the end zone, and there it is. Down goes Redwine. Tim Wise up the gut. 2nd and 18 now. Clock's ticking. You only have 1 timeout left. They are going to spike it because they want to talk about it. All right, 19 seconds left. You got 2 plays to get 18 yards, though. You got to wonder, do you just take 2 shots at the end zone, or do you try to get a little bit closer on this play? This is where the size of Speedy Gonzalez doesn't really help you out. As they just dump it off here. They're going to do a screen pass, and that's brought down. Joshua Hilton. So 4th and 16. Clock is running. They don't want to use the timeout. Interesting. So this is going to be the last play of the game. They got to go to the end zone here. He goes to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. The game is over. Baylor survives. What in the world was that? Definitely a crazy ending here as TCU just waited to the last second. He had the man in the back of the end zone. A little bit more loft on that pass had the game over. Redwine put his best foot forward, and a big under hit here for the Algo. Baylor keeping the hopes alive. That is a massive win for them. Really, one more loss virtually eliminates them from the CFP. Got to win out. Team that's been to 6 straight CFPs, was in the national championship last year. Big win. All right. I mean, not much to look at here. 2 touchdowns. None for Braylon Burnside, so that's rough. But JT Redwine in his first BearCave start, I guess, did okay. You'd like him to score a little bit more points. On defense, how did they do? Didn't really see them. Luke Bowman, SFA player. Kane Chambers, only 1 tackle. Not much to look at here. And then Colt Brennan on his first game back didn't really have to do much. They just handed it to Burnside all day long like they normally do. Only 89 yards, but got the job done. All you need is 2 touchdowns, and that's what they got. Rocky Kalmus, Shad Boyko with a sack today. Love to see that. Jamal Okiki. And if you know Shad Boyko, he is the SFA leader in career sacks currently. Among active players, at least. As always, I got to get my screenshots, as all of these games will be posted immediately following the streams today. All right. So now we're on to the Sickos Game of the Week. And 2 teams that really have never been featured on BearCave hardly at all, if ever. You've got Georgia State, and we got South Alabama. Sala? Huh? So, if you don't know, I do predictions as well on Twitch. This one is D.D. Holmes. He was the #1 recruit a couple years back. Will he get a sack? So, will D.D. get a sack today? Just a sack. Half sack won't do it. You got to have at least 1 sack. So get those bobinas ready. There you go. You got a minute here. Will D.D. get a sack here? I know Georgia State's coach, Bobert's definitely not going to be in the stream. So thanks for following, Dodge. Welcome in. Welcome in. Stick around for after this stream, as we'll have another one for the game day game, which is Hawaii at UNLV. 2 very surprising Mountain West teams this season, 4-2 and 5-1. All All right, we got to wait for this prediction. But the algo absolutely loved this over-under line today. So we are screaming for an over today. This was the best line to pick of the day, so an over should hit, hopefully. TCU fan for life. A tough loss there. They did have an injury, so JT Redwine is the backup quarterback to Anthony Black. So that was an unfortunate one. Really, I thought a lot of people would go yes for the sack. I mean, D.D. Holmes, South Alabama is a good team this year. They're 5-1. He has been popping off for them a little bit, so interesting pull to say the least. Let's see what happens here. South Alabama at home. Sicko's game of the week. Oh, baby. Sala in action at home against Georgia State, the Panthers. Don't think I've ever seen this stadium in game, but very cool. Oh, there's D.D. Holmes right at the start with the fire extinguishers. Oh, look at that mascot. Come on now. All right, I might have to, after my ECU coaching days, go down to South Alabama. I'm loving this intro. And then I get to freak all of you guys out by saying Sala. Might have to be my landing spot if I ever decide to leave. I'm never leaving ECU, though. All right, here we go. Come on, boys and girls. Let's see what happens here as, oh dear, 2 points in that first first quarter. That's not a good start, honestly, for our over bet. I have a lot of money riding on this game. Come on. Get on your South Alabama. What are you doing? Oh, my Lord. Here we go. South Alabama just can't score. They literally just can't score. They keep going dead in the... Like, what is this? I've never seen such a horrible display of offense in my life. The TC over-under algo is dead. What am I watching, dude? This offense is disgusting. South Alabama, you have ruined my life. This is horrific. Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. 18-0. What the fuck was that? 3 interceptions, Markeith. What the hell? This is scoregami. This is disgusting. Did D.D. Holmes get a sack, though? That's the question. D.D. Holmes isn't even on here. What happened today? Oh, no sack for D.D. I just lost all my money, man. I'm sorry, last son, my offensive coordinator. I shared my algo with you, and it, for the first time ever, a Tier 2 matchup loses. What? There's no way that just hit the under. Oh my God. What is that? I can't with this today, man. My Sickos parlay is dead. I give you Sickos game of the week, and you kill me. Well, now the Axel Brooks bet has to hit for first tutty. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. All right, well, now we're on to the Patreon game of the week. If you don't know what it is every week Patreon gets to pick a game for BearCave, and they set the spread. So the spread was not me. It was the Patreon members. It's Florida State, 4.5. K-Bark, if you're here. Jackie Moon, kick or receive. No, now I'm going to disrespect him even more, man. Jeez. All right, well, maybe we can win back a little bit of money here, as this is our next Tier 2 confidence game. As we have the under hitting in this one. You guys want me to pay you 1 second. He did not get a sack. So he wants kick. All right. All right, here we go. Florida State, Virginia. Virginia's had a very up and down season. Same with Florida State, but once Florida State got into conference play, they've been on a tear. I believe 3-0. All right, so no choice here for Jackie Moon, unfortunately. We're at home. Lots of rain today across the country. Let's see what happens. Florida State starts out with a nice little tutty. 14-0 early on for the Seminoles. And here they go. They extended a little bit more. There we go. Once again, 31-0 here in the first half. Oh, my. Stop scoring! My algo going completely just haywire this week, I guess. Oh, no. Come on, stop scoring. And it's over. All right, so after starting out 10-5, my algo just completely broke this week. So this is just rough. Let me hold on. We got to check something here. Is this even still a chance? 55. What are we at? 48. We're at 55. Okay. If no more points are scored, we are in the clear. We need a scoreless fourth quarter. Scoreless fourth quarter. Please. Scoreless fourth quarter. Please. Do not score. Do not score. Do not score. Hey! Oh, that was close. Do not score. No. Come on. Come on. Do not score. Please! Do not score. Do not score. Do not score. Yes! The under hits by half a point. The TC algo lives. Oh, my God. What a butt-clenching fourth quarter, baby. Let's go! As Luha SFA player scores, we got Harris with a fumble recovery, and then they just popped off. UVA couldn't do anything. Hill going absolutely crazy. Let's go! Let's go! No points in a fourth quarter. Let's go! That's some good hard-earned money right there, boys and girls. The TC algo goes crazy. De'Erico Claxton, no touchdowns through the air today. 4 TDs here for Scott Hill. Terry Nichols, 103. 74 for Luiuha. He had the rushing touchdown. This is what I love about the sportsbook, is what normally would be a 48-7 game that we just brush off and go on to the next one. It just became one of the best moments of the stream because of the betting implications for people. So massive. So sorry guys that the Sickos parlay didn't hit, but if you have tailed the over-under algo, you will get a net positive this week. So that's all. What it's all about is making money, even if it's not a lot. As Dan Daly might have gone out, or he might have just sat down. No passing touchdown, so the rain must have really been coming down today. On defense, did 7, whatever his name, 7 Cloud get a sack? No, he did not. uninspiring here for Virginia. Back to their losing ways. Oh, absolutely, Jackie Moon. I radioed down to you and threatened death to Dierico. You know what I mean? So, you did me a solid. There you go, baby. Those tier 2, the whole point of my algo is just to make money. So, I really rely on those tier 2s. All right. So before we get to the right side of the graphic, of course, we always have to watch TC sim his game. This is my first game with an offensive coordinator, so if you're here, son, let me know. But basically, we just quick sim it. I didn't make the graphic, but I do it on stream. That way, nobody calls it rigged or anything like that. We're hoping for a big one. Come on, baby. We need Vanilla Vic to absolutely popped off. He showed he was human last week, losing it to Georgia Southern. We have a chance at the Heisman if Vanilla Vic goes crazy. ECU, baby, that's what we like to see. But where is the... Oh, my God. Vanilla Vic, where are you? Antonio Kirk just decides to absolutely go crazy. Vanilla Vic might be hurt here, because look at this. Kirk... Sure, whatever. Vanilla Vic only carried it 14 times. Why is Gibson on the field? Why are you stealing all the production from my boy Vanilla? Sir, I'm the biggest crybaby in the server. Alright, here we go, though. A game you've all been wanting to see. We've got Buffalo and Ohio. Not sure why Ohio isn't the favorite. They are the better team. Alright, because he's away, Pinstripe gets the choice. Heads or tails, kick or receive, Pinhead. Heads or tails, kick or receive, Pinhead. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Come on. Alright, 14-point favorite, and this game was too close to call on our over-under. Yes, 100%. The best moments in our server's history are the moments where my team loses, so... Alright. Here we go, baby. Come on, Chad Hunter. He's gonna become Buffalo's Chad Barber. We already know how this story goes. The script has been cooking ever since Lawrence, Kansas double OT win against Fink. Come on. It's your time, Coach Black. It's your time, Ohio. You got this. Heads and kick for Pinhead. Arch Manning with his stupid little sleeve. His Drew Lock. Channel your inner Drew Lock today, Arch. Come on, boys. Next quarter. Buffalo scores first. There you go, Ohio. No! How do they score so quickly? Rigged. This is rigged. How do they score so quickly? No! Ohio, please do something about this. Coach Black, what? I literally gave you the script, Coach Black. What are you doing? I literally gave you the script. Oh my God. Ugh. Well, there's that game. Apollo aims 2 long runs. What a kickoff return. What are you doing, Ohio? Oh, Arch might be hurt, though. Let's go. Apollo aims 200 yards. Schultz, Tyrell, Ames, Sullivan, Antoine Randall didn't do anything. Blocking, you got sacks given up by Pringle. On defense, Edwards getting involved. Interesting. 2 sacks for Morse. Billy Zoots didn't do anything. A interception for Clapp. All right, Ohio. Chad Hunter didn't do what he was supposed to do. Wheeler and Roden, two-headed monster, didn't do much. Beverly had himself a good day against Billy Zoots. That's kind of cool. And Mike Bryant, the guy from Alabama, 5 tackles. All right. Absolutely cheering for injuries. An Arch Manning injury would be so nice. All right. Buffalo 1. Peach Cobbler. It's cutthroat out here. The P5 doesn't have to worry about other conference results to get into the playoff. They know what they have to do. We do not. All right, next up, though, we got Northwestern at Ole Miss. This was almost game day. So, Coach Mushbrain, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive? I don't see him in here, so we'll see if they can get it done. Oh, no, tails never fails, baby, and kick. All right, we're going tails. Remember, folks, after this, we got the game day game, and then a little bit later on, recruiting results. That's a little bit later on tonight. We have a lot of stuff to do first. This BearCave going pretty quickly. Only 3 games left. Never quit. What the hell? You just got a bald-ass head that you just smack around? What the hell is that? Interesting. Makes all the horror stories of Ole Miss make a lot more sense now. All right, tails and kick. All right, first quarter. And not much happening. Okay, 7-7. Northwestern broke ground first. Ole Miss takes the lead. Northwestern responds. All right, Northwestern putting up a fight today. 14-14. That's the way you got to do it. Next quarter as we head to the third. Northwestern, can they take the lead? They do, but they missed the extra point. That could be coming back to haunt them. Oh, Nelly. All right, entering the fourth quarter, number 3 team in the country. On the ropes, and they take the lead. Next possession, can Northwestern do something here? No, they cannot. Now they got to get a stop. An interception. Oh, baby. Ah, but they can't, man. So that is very well could be that extra point getting in the way. A first down after a penalty. Fourth down, there you go. And they punt it here. All right. Oh, my God. They're starting at the 1-yard line. A crazy sim punt. Here we go. Down 1. They need 99-yard drive. It's 2nd and 10 over the middle. At least they get out of their own end zone here, but it's not looking too great for Northwestern. Except after this play, as long as they don't use a timeout, they should be okay and getting with a chance to get the ball back. Takes a handoff. Risky in the back of your own end zone. He's yamming it deep. Wide open man! Oh, Dominique Andrews down the seam. Oh, baby. No one covered him in pretty much this full SFA secondary. Ricky Foster, now he yeets it again out wide, and it goes incomplete. What a play, though, to get this team back in the game. All right, can they do it again? Ricky Foster impressing me here, taking over for Sullivan this year. Dominic Corbett, the tight end, another first down. Remember, all they need is field goal range. Now, we don't know how good this kicker is. I'd assume at least another 25 or 30 yards. But, oh boy, can they do it? A 99-yard drive down the middle again, and he hangs on! Corbett, 2 plays in a row. That's a massive catch. Northwestern has these chumps on the ropes. They can just take their time now. Another first down basically ends this game, assuming that they actually make the field goal. As we get a mid-screen there. Miles Ricketts on the tackle. Dominic Andrews, the white boy, taking out the SEC team. Yes, he's Coach Mushbrain. He is the coach of Northwestern. 2nd and 5. Here we go. Looks like they're just going to be running the rock now. An end around. What a call by Mush as it's a first down. Mush bringing out all the stops against the smooth brain Ole Miss. Oh, baby. Could we be seeing a number 3 team go down? They're going to hand it off again, getting it to the right hash where their kicker wants it. 2nd and 8. Ole Miss keeping the timeouts in their pocket, which just hope Northwestern doesn't mess up the time. All right, they are going to throw it. He yams it to the back of the end zone. Oh, that was risky. Miles Ricketts almost won it for Ole Miss. Chill the fuck out, Northwestern. We had Notre Dame go down. They had a backup quarterback, though. 3rd and 8. They're going to run a real play. They're going to run it again. And, oh, that was a touchdown if he didn't get the tackle there. All right. So, for the win, a 99 drive that started from the 1. Northwestern is going to try to end it here as Ole Miss is going to use all 3 timeouts to ice the kicker. 4 seconds left, though. Ole Miss might get a chance with the ball back if this is only a 3-second kick. Here we go. 4th and 10. Right hash. This is a 32.5-yarder. He missed an extra point earlier. The kick? And Northwestern takes the lead. But there's 1 second on the clock. What an upset this could be, and they are going to kneel it. All right, so Matt Ryan, you've got Ronald Acuna Jr., you've got Brent Boozler. Can either of them do the unthinkable? Can you channel the Tucson tragedy? A 75-yard Hail Mary for the win. Can they do it? Matt Ryan, he has time. He yams it deep. And it's knocked away by David Harvey. Number 3 goes down. The SEC once again proving that they suck ass. The top team in the conference gets owned by a mid-tier Big Ten team. Holy smokes. How do you let them start from their own 1 and get a field goal? Insanity. Number 3 goes down again. Hell of a finish, definitely. A beautiful masterclass performance here from Coach Mush. That is a feather in your cap that you'll have for a while. That's a fun one. And this man wanted to be a coordinator. I think 2007 was basically any top 5 team just lost for no reason. Nate Robinson got a couple touchdowns, or 3 of them actually, all of them. So the fantasy pickers, but Ricky Foster, a massive performance at the end there. Andy Brown. And then Dominique Andrews had that great reception on the 3rd and long. And then they did get an interception here from Henry Smith. Nothing else crazy, though, for this defense. And then Ole Miss, so many SFA players on this team. Matt Ryan, a touchdown and an interception. One of his worst games we've seen. Nate Robinson, decent day as usual. And Brent Boozler and Ronald Acuna did not do much, hardly at all. So draft stock continuing to drop for Boozler. But on defense, Craig Sanchez, 4 tackles for loss. But they couldn't hit home. They normally force a lot of turnovers, get a lot of sacks. Not a lot of that happened here today. So very interesting game to say the least. Congratulations, Mush. That is one hell of a game. And the under hit on our algo as well for that game, so we'll take it. So we're 2 of 3 on the I think we only missed 2 this week, but one of them was a big loss for the TC over under algo, but we are still positive this week, which is all that matters. But we still now have 2 massive games, both ranked matchups. Alabama, Arkansas. This one should be a lot of fun. The rest of these games were too close to call, though, for the over-under. But this doesn't matter anymore, unfortunately, for the Sickos parlay because it already lost. But Alabama and Arkansas. Can Alabama, they got smoked last week against Georgia. Arkansas doing what they always do, having a decent year, but it was all against the Big 12. So you never know how good they really are until they start facing these out-of-conference foes, which they typically don't do too well against. So we'll see if Alabama can get back on board. We got E.J. Irons, the better of the 2 Irons quarterbacks. We got C.J. over at Coastal having a rough year. But E.J. he was in the Heisman conversation until he put up a goose against Georgia last week. Arkansas coming off an upset of Baylor. All right, Arkansas. I feel like I put Arkansas as the favorite, I believe. Alabama starts out with a field goal. Very tame game so far. And boom, oh my, an 80-yard run by Holmes. Jeez. Right at the end of the quarter. Well, Arkansas battled right back. That's what good teams do. They just respond. And here they go. They're staying in it. All right, here we go. Next quarter. We're into the second half. Arkansas takes the lead. Woo, Pig Suey. 21-17. And boom, Alabama retakes it as we enter the fourth quarter. This game is staying close as back and forth. It's like our 6th lead change of the game. Oh, baby. This one's coming down to the wire. And we're almost into the territory where we jump in. E.J. Irons to Holmes for 35. Here we go. SFA player EJ Irons at quarterback. They do not have their top receiving target, Leonardo Ferguson, who's also an SFA player, but that's all right. If you look at left tackle, that is Bob Pork, the SFA left tackle. He makes the center in the left guard and the right guard look like shrimp. As we're running out clock now. As EJ keeps it, he has room, he cuts inside, a first down. EJ Irons, weird choice picking number 18 to be a quarterback. But hey, now that's what channeling is what inner Peyton Manning. First and goal inside the 10 is all I can think of for number 10 right there is Mac Jones. As we got option, he breaks one. Oh, and he flips it. Oh, and a stiffy, what a score! They're calling it a pass touchdown as Alabama takes the lead. EJ is electric. One of the best plays on the season. EJ Irons. They call it a forward pass. Just an absolute masterclass performance right there. Definitely the better of the two Irons. Now Brad Thornton. He won a lot of Rick's awards last year. Electric Jolt Irons. Yeah, because you got choke job irons. Now we need a good one. Every job irons or electric jolt irons. But Brad Thornton, he is no chump. Could we see another game-winning drive here, back-to-back? He floats that one out there. That was all right. Who cares about stats, Dogwater? When we're watching EJ, he is magical. Did you not see that run? Breaks a tackle, gets the flip off, then a stiffy. But Brad Thornton, it's his turn now. He floats that in. That is broken up. Flowers out wide. As we got a monster with a neck roll at linebacker. That might be an SFA player. I can't think of it right now. IGRs that go to big teams are harder to snuff out. But we're yamming it deep down the sideline. He connects. Lance Tate, but he steps out of bounds. But it's a fresh set. Arkansas is not going away. A true top 25 matchup. Going blow for blow here. Arkansas not backing down. Man in motion. And dumps it off to the running back. They know this is Chris Jones. They no longer have A.J. Green, who is record holder for the longest touchdown in SFA history at 99 yards. Had that against South Carolina, I believe. And they hand it off again. So two interesting play calls here. A swing route and then a handoff, and nothing magical here going to Mr. Jones. So 3rd and 15 now. They do need a field goal. Oh, he fakes it. He yams it down the sideline. One-on-one. Eve Moss is a man. We're inside the 20. Tim Hackett. Oh, Nelly. Tim Hackett with an absolute mossing of the defender. Now they're in business. They could take the lead here. Forget the field goal. Dumps it off the angle route, and he smoked. Is he moving? Oh my, he pops up as we're headed. We're going crazy. Here we go. Third and 3. 36 seconds left. Field goal. Definitely looks easy here. 3rd and 3, though. You want the touchdown. You don't want to go to OT with Bama. All right. An interesting call here. They're going to run a screen pass to Hackett. He smoked again. This linebacker taking lives. Number 59. Jesus. Get him off the field. All right. Well, to tie up the game to go to OT. Jake Parker with those hits. My God. Looks like Arkansas is going to take all the time off the clock here to kick the field goal. Alabama not going to ice him at all. And a kick is up, and it's good. So we're going to overtime. Arkansas, one of the only teams we ever see that correctly uses the time management. That's how it should be. No time on the clock. All right, so CPU, as I always do, heads and defense. All right, here we go. Alabama starting back with the ball. E.J. Irons back on the field. What could he do next? We get a handoff. Andrew Holmes having himself one hell of a day. 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of them was through the air. No, sorry, it's just my, my COVID cough, the lingering cough. I don't want to hack up a lung here on stream. So I always mute myself. As you get a handoff there. Oh my, the safety completely misses. Touchdown, Tyrone Cox. Perhaps the worst angle we've ever seen a defender take. There's that Arkansas education system coming at you. Just an absolute shit show of a play right there from Arkansas. What a time to choke. All right, here we go. Hands it off. Arkansas needs a touchdown or nothing, basically. Here we go. I don't know what your comment means, Dogwater. All right, Thornton, 3rd and 4. And, oh boy, Chris Jones. They do get the first down. All right, Arkansas still in it. I think this is, what, our 4th or 5th consecutive week with a overtime game on BearCave. Jake Parker, another tackle. You just got to watch out for number 59 in the middle there. Hands it off. Thornton, he has some room up the gut. Can he get there? 12 yards. Maybe. I don't know how that would affect it if we get the overtime glitch or not. First and goal. Can they keep it going? Hand up the gut. Touchdown, Arkansas. We're going to a second period. Assuming they can hit the extra point, obviously. Sometimes they don't. The kick is up. And it's good. So Arkansas, we switch the field. They will start on offense. If you're not familiar with the overtime rules, this will be another regular period with extra points. Starting after this period, if they score a touchdown, they'll have to go for 2. This is the old style rules, and I hate that it's the old style. I don't like going just for 2-point conversions, but that's where we're at. Desmond Carter with a decent gain. Remember, don't go away, folks. Right after this game, we've got Southern Miss and Iowa State. And Iowa State does not have Kiko Strong, the Heisman Trophy winner. But 2nd and 5. Arkansas, Thornton keeps it again. He has room down the sideline. He outstretches. First and goal, Arkansas. They're not going away. Every time Alabama punches, they punch right back. I said Georgia Southern. Or I said JSOW. Hand up the gut. Oh my, another massive hit. What are they feeding these guys in Bama? #20th tackle for Parker. Just unfathomable. And, well, you know. J-South's an irrelevant school, so who cares? Touchdown, Arkansas. John Jackson now. So defense just doesn't exist in this overtime period, as neither team has stopped anything. And they're going to go for the extra point. Arkansas has Bama on the ropes. I feel like so many people picked Alabama. Alabama has to have a touchdown. Anything less is a failure and a loss. Oh boy, we've got option again, and E.J. Irons keeps it. Electric jolt. Need to fire his team up. You need to get into the end zone to extend this game. Well, the over definitely hit. 2nd and 9. Handoff. A lot of room there. And, all right, it's going to be 3rd and short, though. Arkansas has a chance to get into 4th down. We love overtime games on BearCave. Yes, sir. 3rd and 2. Oh, my. He breaks the tackle and more. Andrew Holmes just running through this defense. Arkansas has had every chance to get a stop today, and they just can't. Alabama ate their Wheaties this morning. Handoff. EJ. Oh, a spin move! Electric Jolt Irons! Masterclass to keep the game alive! What a spin move! Holy shit! We are witnessing the EJ Irons breakout. And they're right back on the field. We get more. 3rd overtime now. Touchdowns. You have to go for 2. 45-45. He flips it. At this point, if you're Arkansas, you just got to get it out of EJ's hands. This man can't be tackled. Some incredible highlights today. I have 6 BearCave highlights. This is a great stream. If this is your first time watching BearCave, you are in for a treat, as now Arkansas is stepping up. Stepping up to the plate and forcing a 3rd and 14. All right, things are about to get saucy here. Bama needs the conversion. We have not seen Alabama do anything through the air. It's all been on the ground. 3rd and 14. EJ. Yes, time. And he yams it crossfield. He finds the man! Down to the 1. How EJ Irons found Anthony Sharp, I still don't know. What vision? What went from an Arkansas masterful defensive sequence turning into a touchdown. And there it is. All right, so Alabama now has to go for 2 to try to make it an 8-point lead here in the triple overtime. And we're getting spoiled. Last week we had a 4 OT game. This week we have a 3 OT game. Can Alabama do it? They just handed up the gut. And oh my God, Andrew Holmes just runs over a man. And now Arkansas has to have a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to even stay in it. Oh, Nelly. Here we go. Brad Thornton. They bring a blitz. Nothing does. Wide open man. And he gets about 8. Second and 2 now. Thornton, he keeps it and he gets smoked. The linebacker makes the play. I mean, I'd assume so. I mean, the way Alabama's running the ball is incredible. breaking first contact every single time. 3rd and 6 now for Arkansas. They come out empty. He has time, and he finds an open man inside the 10 now. Williams gets a first down. Looks like we're so deep into the game, our UI broke. That's all right. Arkansas still alive as Thornton keeps it a massive hole. Touchdown, Arkansas. Can they extend it now to 4? They have to have the 2-point conversion. Game on the line. Game on the line. Can Alabama win it here? They're going to throw it. A mid-screen, and it works! We're going to 4 OT, baby! No way! And Arkansas keeps it. Brad Thornton is not going away. They're being a thorn in Alabama's side. Every time Alabama does something, they hit back harder. Both teams have scored 22 points here in OT. Incredible game. One more, the longest game in SFA history is a 5 overtime game in the SEC Championship back in Season 9. And oh my God, almost another touchdown. We're threatening that here. In that game, it was Georgia and Oklahoma. It was an incredible game. Undefeated Georgia and 7-5 Oklahoma. This game, can it get to 5? Oh, he breaks a tackle. He finds room. Is that? Yes, they give him the first down. Are we going to break 60? This could also start pushing the highest scoring game in SFA history. I believe the highest scoring game is a combined like 120-something points. So, we'll see. Thornton throws it away on 1st and goal. All right. Second and goal. Goal line, and he can't get the pitch off. Alabama, can they hold him to a field goal? Back-to-back 4 OT games. We had Arizona, Washington last week. This week we've got Arkansas, Alabama. Thornton floats it to the end zone, wide open man, touchdown Arkansas! Nobody has been held out of the end zone in any of these overtimes. As we're going for 2 again, no one's been stopped at all. Arkansas, they just handed up the gut. There it is. They get the 2 points. The streak continues. That's 30 points in OT here for Arkansas. Can Alabama now respond? They have to get in the end zone and hit the 2-point conversion. Handoff. EJ has all the room in the world. Up the gut. He gets about 9. I thought he had more room. Yeah, there's no defense in this game whatsoever. It's really who's going to get the first stop because the floodgates are open. 2nd and 1. Hands it. No, he keeps it. And EJ, he trips over his own guy who's being tackled. 3rd and 2. Anything short of a touchdown here loses Bama the game. 3rd and 2. EJ just hands it off and he gets smoked. Oh, baby, Arkansas can taste it now in front of the home crowd. All you hear is, woo, pig suey. 4th and 6, game on the line. Can EJ Irons do it again? 4 OTs, here we go. It's a draw, and that's going to end the game. They thought they could get tricky, but Arkansas takes Holmes down, and they survive. 61-53. What a crazy game. Arkansas Absolutely incredible. Fantastic game from Arkansas there. And you know what? Alabama, they're probably happy as well because they got an all-important quality loss for the SEC. You know, that's what they care about the most. So congratulations to them. This is one of the best plays of the season, though. And then his spin move on top of that. Can we see the spin move? Just complete lack of defense here today. Oh, we got 114 point combined. Sun might be taking over this Arkansas squad next year if he completes his coaching checklist with ECU, which he's well on his way to doing. Arkansas takes down the big bad Bama. All right, so let's see how this one shook out. So 2 straight Bama upsets. I mean, it's all Bama early, and then Arkansas battled back, and then overtime, right? It just completely popped off. Fantastic game. EJ just... That's a breakout. Even in a loss, that was a breakout game for EJ Irons. Bursting onto the scene. Bob Pork had some pancakes. Lots of tackles for losses, but they couldn't get any sacks or turnovers. I guess that was the problem. Unable to stop drives or shorten drives. And Brad Thornton did what he does. 2 TDs on the ground, 3 through the air. And on defense, Kevin Irons in the middle. A lot of irons on the field. All right, there you have it. Alrighty, so our final game of BearCave here. It's been a very long one because of that last game, but we got Georgia Southern and Iowa State. We're going to run a prediction for this, as we always do. This is a push game, but normally I don't put any spread on this one for Babanas. If you want to pick the underdog, go for it. Iowa State or JSOW. Remember, Iowa State is without their Heisman winning quarterback. And Georgia Southern coming off of a win on game day over Michigan State. Question is, though, is Georgia Southern too weak after a brutal game against Michigan State, one of the most physical teams in the country? I believe Iowa State may have had or no, they didn't have a bye last week. All right, Coco, heads or tails, kick or receive? As we are waiting for this prediction. Remember, we still have game day, and we also have recruiting coming out later on tonight. Always, game days are tons of fun, lots of content. They'll fuel us for the next couple of days. If you haven't yet, you can also check out the YouTube channel, as the Patreon watch party this week will go live right after game day. While you're waiting for recruits, you can watch the game. Typically right when it about ends is when I start doing recruits. And if you check out the Instagram, we just posted a immaculate grid, which is getting pretty popular. So if you want to try it out for the SFA, go check that out. But yeah, here we go. Georgia Southern, he wants tails and kick. Let's see what he does. And JJ69, do it again. Their defense has really been the star of the show, as well as running back freshman Trey Inners. This is the shell of their former selves, Iowa State. A new era, I guess you could say. Missing Kiko Strong. How do they respond? Jack Trice Stadium is beautiful as ever. Want tails and kick. I'm cheering for Iowa State. And look at that. Kiko's still on the field, even though he's not playing. Absolutely incredible of him. Team captain. First ballot Hall of Famer. As We start out here quickly. Georgia Southern starts it out first. All right, they have an early lead. This game is going pretty slow, but Iowa State, they respond. All right, 7-7. Nobody giving an inch here after one. Both teams having long drives. Not a lot of scoring, though. Georgia Southern adds a field goal. And right before half, Iowa State does get a touchdown. So 4-point lead for the home team going into the break. How do they respond in the third quarter? Georgia Southern, can they score? Doesn't look like they did. That must have been a turnover or something as Iowa State gets a touchdown. They add a safety. So Georgia Southern making some mistakes here in the third quarter, and they find themselves down 13. All right, and bam, there it is. They go down even more now, so find themselves quickly down 20. Just completely just disappeared in the second half as maybe what I said. Oh, baby, Stevie scumbag for like 50 yards. It just looks like out of halftime, Georgia Southern just absolutely lost their physicality. Maybe they got super tired. Back-to-back games against high-quality P5 teams just might break the camel's back. But just an absolutely disgusting display in that second half here. It was very even, and then all of a sudden, I guess, after a touchdown and a safety, you just got absolutely, it broke the game. The stats didn't even display anything. Statement made from Iowa State that they don't need no Heisman. Josh Johnson, though, had an okay day. Trey enters, and there it is. He had an amazing day out playing McBurnfinger, and then he comes back and puts up 1.7 a carry. The duality of how games are simmed. You got to be good in all three facets. On defense, Tyson Coffey, a lot of tackles. Robbie Tyson, 2 tackles for loss. We got a sack from Kyle Brookins. Malcolm Cope, the transfer from Tennessee. Coach Simpson. Pablo Smalls, but no extracurriculars really outside of that. And then if we head on over to Iowa State, and Kurt Morris had a good day. 31 for 49, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. You'll take that. Johnny Williams pulled his weight there, as you also got a touchdown for Kennard Sellers. Kyle Houseway, the SFA player, getting 144 through the air, and Kenneth Wilson pulling his weight, and Jeff Pimpton getting a couple catches. And then on defense, you got Jabari Stratford. He gets a sack. Stevie Scumbag got the pick and the fumble recovery for the touchdown, so he might end up being the defensive player of the week nationally. But Emmett McKinney did his thing. That is the defense did their job. Your star quarterback goes down. The defense rallied, kept him to 10 points. That's what you need to do. That's what top teams do. So Iowa State, I wouldn't necessarily be worried about them. It's really going to come down to the game against Nebraska because they already beat Arkansas. So Arkansas is not a worry for Iowa State. The worry is Nebraska at this point. And obviously Baylor, but you got to win the division first. So, all right, so that wraps up BearCave. Let me complete this prediction for you guys. To the 64% of you riding with JSOW. My God. I guess the injury really scared a lot of you guys, which rightfully so. So let's make sure we only have one game remaining. There it is. That's our game day. And as always, BearCave tradition, we go through next week's matchups. So keep these in mind when you're betting. We got Flynn Saunders, the generational talent, taking on East Carolina at home. First home game since we lost to Wisconsin. Then you got Oklahoma State, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, UCLA, Stanford. Stanford taking out Notre Dame. Arizona, USC, Arkansas State, Southern Miss. This will be on BearCave. Can't be game day, but will be on BearCave. Miami, Ohio at Buffalo. Southern at FIU. Nebraska at Iowa State. This very well may be game day. We have not seen either team yet this season, so that will be in the vote for sure. Tennessee, Alabama, Arizona State, LSU, Vanderbilt could be fun. Iowa, Northwestern is going to be a fun game for the in the division. Nebraska, Ole Miss, or Nevada, Ole Miss. Auburn, Oklahoma, UTEP, Fresno. Oh, I'm liking this slate so far. This is a good one, the CUSA. The spoiler makers trying to attempt to take out Ohio State. You got Cal and Washington. This very well could be for the division title right there. Illinois, Kentucky. Illinois having a tough last couple of weeks. This one will be fun. The Texas shootout has a lot of meaning. Baylor and Texas Tech. That one probably will be on BearCave. Pitt, Virginia. Syracuse and Florida State, another big one. Clemson taking on Wake. Probably nothing going on there. Florida, Georgia, Army, Northwestern. Lots of fun games this week. Northwestern and Texas and TCU, another fun one. A lot of interesting matchups. All right, well, that's going to do it for the BearCave stream. As always, I'm going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break just to go to the bathroom, get set up, and get the overlays changed. And then I'll be right back live with our game day game of the week, Hawaii at UNLV. See you guys in a few minutes. As always, thank you so much for watching, spending your time here. Really appreciate it. I'll see you in a few.